Senator Mike Rounds joining us, who watched that speech along with us, that second speech from the president, as well as the first. Senator, good to see you from just behind us in the Capitol. Your thoughts on the speech we just heard?
Well, I didn't catch all of it, but I could see the energy that he had. And this is a guy that just finished up with his inaugural speech, and then he turns right around and does it again for another group of people that were his supporters and that he wanted to simply connect with. And you know, he just does a great job on these. And today, I felt the energy in the Capitol Rotunda. His message about energy and the development and making America see a golden time period that we're there in the Rotunda. And then he comes right back outside again and takes on one more message and does it all off the cuff. Look, this is a guy that really believes in what he's talking about. He's going to stay consistent with his message. So for us, we want to get to work. We're ready to get back into session. We want to get his nominees completed. We will be taking on legislation today that will assist him in that. We're just looking forward to getting the ball rolling.
We're hearing that Rubio could be confirmed tonight as Secretary of State. Are you seeing that as well?
We haven't had that confirmed yet, but it is a strong possibility. We know that for Pete Hegseth, we've got to get him out of committee. We're going to plan on doing that this evening yet. And then there will be a delay from the time that we have to give a proper notice before we can bring him to the floor of the Senate. But I'm optimistic that there will be a number of these nominees that will be confirmed in short order, but Marco's probably at the top of the list.
As far as the speech that we watched in the Rotunda that you were at, it was very political. It was very honest. It was brutal, I think, toward the outgoing administration. What did you see when you looked over onto the right side and you saw Biden sitting there with Kamala? I noticed at one point Joe actually fell asleep. His eyes were closed for about 45 minutes.
Well, we don't know if he was sleeping. We don't know if he's sleeping.
His eyes were closed.
He might be praying, Rob.
And then he opened it, he wasn't praying. And then he opened it and he yawned. But did you see any body language did you see any discomfort from them as he just assailed the last 4 years and talked about how he was going to fix all the things that they did?
I would be less than honest if I didn't tell you that it was a little uncomfortable at times. But at the same time, we had just learned that he had pardoned Leonard Peltier, who killed FBI agents in South Dakota. And this has been one that the law enforcement has been adamantly opposed to. And at the same time, he issued a number of additional pardons just before coming in for the ceremony. And so you can see the reason why there was perhaps some animosity, and there might have even been some lines changed in that messaging with regard to bringing people together because of what President Biden had done just before he walked in. It was disappointing to me to have those types of pardons being issued at the very last minute.
Senator, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be watching a lot of activity.